Since 2003, Wainfleet native Tony Dekker has been the leader of folk rock collective Great Lake Swimmers. Just back from a European tour, he brought the band to his old high school, Lakeshore Catholic, in Port Colborne, for a homecoming show.
Yeah, we do. We have a big group coming. Friends and family, neighbors, lots of people from close by.
When's the last time you've had that many of your own contingent at one of the Great Lake Swimmer shows?
It's been a while. We did a show in Ridgeway, actually, or just before Christmas at this place called the Sanctuary. I don't know if you're familiar with the venue, yeah. And that was our first time playing there, and we had a lot of family and friends, you know, a lot of people home for Christmas too, around that time. And so we did have quite a number there, but I think this might win for for friends and family in the audience.
From the first album to the most recent, A Forest of Trees, Tony has sought out unique locations to record Great Lake Swimmer songs.
We've been kind of sourcing out unique locations for every record, and for this most recent one, Forest of Arms, which came out last year, we were able to record in a cave in Tyendinaga. It's called Tyendinaga Cavern and Caves. It's kind of rare for there to be a cave system in Ontario, actually, but this was one of the largest caverns in the province, and we got to know the owners, and they helped us facilitate that.
So was it the echo, the reverb that you were looking for from those caves?
Yeah, it's the echo, it's the sonic layer, you know, it's the sound. It's definitely a unique ambient effect, as it were. But it's also part of the process. You know, it draws a certain kind of performance out of you, out of myself as a singer, and some of the other musicians as well. And aside from the sound, it's also about the feel of it.
Well, it's interesting to me too, right down from the band's name, Great Lake Swimmers, and many of your songs talking about snow, talking about the land. Mm-hmm. Your music, your lyrics tend to be about the land, and you like to use the land in your recordings.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a nice kind of confluence, I guess, of things, of ideas, recording in very specific, maybe unique acoustic spaces, and also drawing inspiration from them, you know, so it kind of feeds back into the project.
You just came back from a trip in Europe, a tour in Europe?
That's right, yeah, we did 3 weeks overseas, France, Belgium, Germany, England, all over Western Europe.
And I understand it was a smaller combo that you took over to Europe.
It was, yeah. We were revisiting some of the back catalog, actually, of the albums, and playing a lot of the quieter songs that we haven't played in a while. So it was like a three-piece, more of an acoustic kind of formation, I guess. And a lot of the fans really appreciated hearing some of those songs from the early records presented in that way.
On the new album, Dekker had a chance to work with Kevin Kane of Grapes of Wrath, a band that he was a big fan of when he was in high school.
It's been great to get to know Kevin. I was a big fan of the Grapes of Wrath in my school days. And we covered one of their songs, actually, a few years ago for a compilation. And they got in touch with us because they were doing some reunion shows. And they had some guest musicians up playing with them. I think this was maybe in 2013, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, or 2014. And so we actually performed with the Grapes of Wrath and made a connection and kind of, you know, developed a friendship with the Grapes of Wrath guys. And we were going for some pretty specific guitar sounds. And as a fan of Kevin's over the years, it was a no-brainer to ask him, you know, he returned the favor by playing with our band, which was fantastic.
Tony will have a short break until a show at Harbourfront in Toronto in July, and then it's the festival circuit for much of the summer before hitting the studio to record some new demos. Reporting in Port Colborne for The Source, I'm Mike Balsom.